And now Castellanos swinging a fly ball down the right field line. On the run is Tatis. He can't get it. It's a fair ball. The Phillies will win the game here at the bottom of the ninth inning. Nick Castellanos gives the Phils their 5th walk-off win of the year. They win it 4-3, and they're mobbing him at second base.
It is more than the fact that they never quit. It is more than Nick Castellanos hitting that walk-off hit. It's how exciting this team is to watch play. Whether it's a Kyle Schwarber home run to bring him to within 1 in the 8th, whether it's Bryce Harper singling in the 9th and then taking 3rd on an Alec Boehm single, and then Castellanos icing the game. This team is exciting. This is the best soap opera, maybe in baseball, certainly in Philadelphia. Ricky Bottalico, Michael Barkan, 4-3 Phillies win it, bottom of the 9th, as we welcome you to Phillies Post-Game Live. And oh, by the way, Aaron Nola pitched pretty darn good as well, vindicating his last start when he got roughed up at Fenway.
For 5 out of 6.
For 5 out of 6. Yeah. We'll give him that. What a win tonight.
What a win. You know what? It's kind of funny. When that Schwarber home run got launched in the 8th inning, you had that feeling. You just had that feeling. You know who's coming up in the 9th inning. You know Harper's leading off the 9th inning, so you know something special could happen. I mean, think about who you had coming up. You had what? Harper, Boehm, and Stott coming up in that inning, and then a red-hot Castellanos coming up right after that, who, by the way, had 4 hits. Ho-hum tonight. Pretty good game for him.
And how about last night? And how about the last several games?
He's got it going in the right direction, but this team – You say it's not all about the comeback. It is about the comeback. When you go up against a team, and let's face it, the Phillies offense didn't look stale in this game. They were just missing that big hit. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. And that sooner or later in this game just happened to be the 9th inning. But I don't care. I don't care when it happens as long as that W goes on the Phillies side.
No, it's about the comeback. But I also said it's the manner in which they come
and you
back.
know what's even better?
It's exciting.
I said we needed a little knockout type punch in the 7th. Well, you know what? You threw a pretty good punch there, and you get to face these guys tomorrow afternoon.
Which is going to be fun.
That's not easy for a team. This Suarez character has gotten punched in the mouth from the Phillies a lot.
He sure has.
He wants no part of being in the game against them.
And now 5 straight wins by the Phillies over San Diego this season. Let's check in with the former San Diego catcher. He's a Phillies fan. We know that. Grew up here, but just pointing it out. 1995, number 2 overall pick, and that's saying something. There he is. Ben Davis over at the ballpark. Benny, you were talking about this team never saying die. They go and go and go, but they are so exciting to watch. And you'd never know that they're done until the very last out. And tonight, they took it all, didn't they?
It's a fun team to watch, Michael, and it's such a great product that they have put on this field, and the way the camaraderie that they have, the professionalism that they have, how they get along, and then obviously they're really good players too. So that's really the perfect storm to accumulate these kind of numbers. I mean, what are they now? They're 25-3 in their last 28 games here at CBP. This is a great product to watch, and you're seeing that in the droves of people that are coming in to watch them on a daily basis. I mean, it's a Tuesday night in June. This place was rocking and rolling the whole night. Phil's had 13 hits. You know, the Padres only had 4. And they've found a way to get it done here in the 9th inning, and obviously the Schwarber helped out. But the way they attacked Suarez in the 9th inning was something fun to watch.
Yeah, and it's not the first time against Suarez, by the way. But Ben, I got to ask you, because I'm starting to get a little baffled here. Why June? Why Kyle Schwarber and why June?
There's no rhyme or reason to it, Ricky, but these numbers they're unbelievable. And, you know, I said to Tom, and we went to commercial at the end of the 8th inning, and I said it's like that Max Mercy quote from The Natural. Hey, you know, anything he wants to do, he does. That's what Max was talking about, Roy Hobbs in The Natural. And that's the way it is in June with Kyle Schwarber. Anything he wants to do, he does. I mean, was there any doubt he wasn't going to go deep tonight? It's like you expected every at-bat. Obviously, that can't happen. But he's stringing together some other really good at-bats. The at-bat against Morahone earlier in the ball game, they brought in who he hit a home run of last night. He comes in, hits a bullet to right field. He's staying on everything right now now. His balance is superb, and you're seeing great results.
And 17 home runs. They played 73 games. There's still a little bit to go before the halfway mark. And he got, as Ricky said in the pregame show, he got almost a 50 last year. So who knows where he's going to go this year, right?
The sky's the limit for him with these power numbers, and I just love the way he's, righties or lefties, it really doesn't matter right now for Kyle Schwarber. And we had brought up the stat the other day, Michael, in the studio, that at this point last year he was hitting around between 175 and 180. And this year he's hitting, over 250. I mean, it's just fun to watch him, the adjustments that he's made, and not to lose any of the power. The walks are up, the strikeouts are down. And I don't know if you could ask for anything more out of Kyle Schwarber.
Ben, what we did see is we saw 5 pretty dominant innings out of Aaron Nola tonight. The 6th inning, not so much. But what I did see earlier on is a better fastball with movement, especially inside to the left-handed hitters. And his curveball was back on point. What did you take out of Nola's performance tonight?
I thought he threw the ball great. As I said in the broadcast, the only thing I really didn't like was that leadoff walk to Peralta in that 6th inning. I'm okay with the solo homer. Most of the time, they're not going to beat you. We had Wade to come around and score later on a single by Profar. But if he doesn't walk Peralta, he gets him out. Maybe they only get 2 runs there, and it's a 2-1 ball game at the time. But really, that's it for Aaron Nola. I love the way he threw the baseball. I love the fact that he was throwing his changeup more tonight. I think it's a plus pitch for him, and he's kind of gotten away from that a little bit. But overall, I think you got to be happy with it. Looks like he just ran out a little bit out of gas in that 6th inning.
So we look at the 9th inning, Ben, the Phillies 9th, and the Padres fail to record an out. And no wonder, with Bryce Harper as your leadoff man, and he singles to right field, and you knew something was afoot right there. 3-2 they trail, coming off that Schwarber home run in the 8th to bring him to within 1. Next batter, Alec Bohm. But here's the thing, single to center, and Bryce Harper takes third base and gets in there.
Yeah,
it's a good read there by Bryce Harper, and a good time to really take that chance. Where Merle was playing, he's being a right-handed thrower, running to his right. That's not the best throw for him. If it was a lefty, he could probably get in a better lane to throw that ball to third base. But Bryce Harper made it to third base very easily. It was a good time to take that chance. And then obviously what Stott did with his situational hitting, just shorting up. And that was a fastball that was down and in, and he just served it to left field like ho-hum, no big deal. And then obviously Castellanos coming up with his 4th hit of the night. He looks really good right now. That average up to 219, still not to where he would want it to be, I'm sure, if you asked him. But I like the strides that he's making, and he's staying within himself and staying behind some baseballs now.
He has had his detractors. He was an all-star last year. Many feel he is below the standard he should be playing at. And a night like tonight and last night, these are reasons that Nick Castellanos is a very valuable piece to this team, isn't it?
Without a doubt, and they rely on him, they depend on him, and let's face it, if they're going to go anywhere, hopefully they will get into the playoffs. But if they're going to do anything, they're going to need Nick Castellanos to swing the bat, and that's what he's been doing over the last handful of games, last couple weeks, really. And that's really a great sign for the Phils. He plays a very good right field. He just had his first error, and I don't know how many opportunities a couple nights ago against Baltimore. But this is a ball club that needs Nick Castellanos to hit, and right now he's doing that. So all good for now.
All good for now, all good with you. We thank you for joining us, my friend. As always, we'll check you tomorrow in the getaway game. Ben Davis joining us from the ballpark. Electrifying tonight, my friend, and so is this electrifying moment presented by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers. And it's Kyle Schwarber, Ricky Bo. Kyle Schwarber in the 8th inning. As Ben said, you knew he was going to go yard tonight, and he does.
Change up first pitch, 4-seam fastball there. He said, no, I'm going to turn and burn on this one. This ball's crushed. I mean, this guy, watch him put his head down. I love when he does this. Watch. Oh, man, I just crushed that. That's exactly what he said to himself. That was well hit, well touched upon. This is just Kyle Schwarber. I mean, amazingness in June. And it is, as Ben said, there's no way to really figure it out. It just kind of happens.
It does, but it's been happening for many a June. And then we went over his number of at-bats with home runs, and he is the top Philly to do it.
And that probably went down, too.
Right. That went
again.
You're right about that. Give me some more on Nick Castellanos, because he's 4 for 5 last night. He's 2 for 4 tonight. He's 6 for 9 in the last 2 games. Hopefully he's coming around.
He's attacking the baseball. I mean, instead of letting the pitcher dictate what's going on, I think he's trying to dictate the at-bats. Even the balls he's not hitting hard, he's hitting to a good spot. He got a pitch there in the 9th inning that was away from him. He just kind of landed the barrel on it. What does it end up doing? Falling for a double. He's attacked pitchers early on in the counts. He's hitting singles up the middle, not trying to do too much. And what does that lead to? It leads to not overswinging. Leads to him waiting for the ball to come to him and saying, you know what, guys, you're not going to get the opportunity to put me in that situation where I'm going to go after that pitch that's 1.5 feet outside.
Yeah, low and away.
Yep.
He's not doing that.
Have you seen him? Well,
No.
you can't. When the count's 0-0, 0-1, 1-0, you can't get to that pitch.
Right.
There you go. Don't give him the opportunity.
Here is Rob Thomson post-game on his team's big win tonight.
Rob, you just faced a closer, get on 2 runs all year. You get 4 straight hits to start the 9th and win. I mean, just what does that say about that part of the lineup of the team tonight?
Yeah, it was a good night offensively, really. You know, even though we only scored 4 runs, we put 85 pitches on King in the first 4 innings, and he was really good. Changeup was really good. But yeah, these guys never quit. They just keep going.
It could have been a frustrating night with you left 12 guys on base.
Yeah.
Instead, it turns into an exhilarating win. What's the kind of the emotions of going from that frustration to such a big win?
Yeah, it's changes quickly, and you saw that tonight. But they kept staying after it, you know. And Nick with 4 hits tonight and another walk-off hit for him. I'm really happy for him, really am.
Does it seem like he kind of has a knack for those moments? He's had a couple walk-off hits this season.
Yeah, I think he does, you know. I don't know. Nick can be very streaky, as we know, but, you know, he's had pretty good at-bats here the last couple of days, and hopefully he keeps it going.
With Turner returning, how much do you think Nick moving down the lineup has helped him over the past couple of days?
Well, actually, when he was hitting in the 2, he was actually having some good at-bats, and then we went to, I think, once we got to Baltimore, you know, he started chasing a little bit, but now he's back in the zone, and he looks really balanced, and he looks really good.
The bullpen's ability to kind of like keep a lot of deficits right where they are, how important has that been in you guys being 49-24?
No question. Our bullpen, I mean, I think we have a lot of strengths, but our bullpen is certainly one of them because we have those power arms guys that throw strikes and come right after people, and they got great stuff, and they can hold a team down, and that's what they did tonight. And luckily we came back and had some really good at-bats, 4 straight hits in the 9th, as you said, and get the win.
Rob Harper versus Suarez in the 9th there in this ballpark. Did you have any flashbacks in that situation at all to his big home run in the NLCS?
No, I really didn't. I just wanted him to get on base, that's all.
Any significance that it's the first time those two and you guys have faced Suarez since Game 5 of the 22 LCS?
Any significance to what?
Any significance that this is the first time that your team has faced Suarez and vice versa since that game? 22.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Bryson.
I don't know.
Bryson Stott had been really struggling since late May. What does a game like tonight with 2 hits and a walk do for his confidence?
Oh, I'm sure. He came in early today, and he hit a ton, and he's working at it, and so he saw the residual effects of early work and working with Kevin, and hopefully it keeps going. But that should give him some confidence, I think. I thought he had good at-bats tonight.
Did you see out of Nola tonight after what happened up at Fenway last week?
I thought he was really good, especially early. His command was really good. He was pounding the zone. His breaking ball was really sharp. I'm not sure what happened in the 6th. He kind of lost his command a little bit and walked the leadoff guy, and then Campusano just clips him on looked like a high fastball. But I thought he pitched very well.
Is Turner okay? You double switched him out?
Yeah. So what I did was Sosa hit 4 stubs. Trey made the last out. So that spot, Sosa's spot, will come up first. So I put and I can't pinch hit for Marchand because I don't have any catching left. So I put Marchand in Trey's spot, left Sosa in. Now we've got some now we've got some flexibility to do some things.
You mentioned the early work that Bryson did. Nick was out early yesterday. They were both out. You guys were out early today. What's different about that than your normal batting practice?
You can just focus on your mechanics, and it's out on the field, so it's different than the cage because you can see where see the ball flight on the field as opposed to the cage. So I think it's just better work. It's more concentrated. There's more focus to it. So it's good to do that every once in a while, as long as you're not swinging too much and fatigue sets in. But yeah, I think anytime you can get on the field for early work, extra hitting, early soft toss on the field, see ball flight, it's good.
Seems like, anytime Nick has a game like this, we ask, could this be the game that gets him going? Is there something that you tend to see with him when he does catch one of these hot streaks that he gets on?
Yeah, he uses the field, and he stays balanced. He sees the ball, and he uses right center to left center, right field line, because that's who he is. That's how he's had all the success he's had over the years. And when he's doing that, I feel really good about him.
Rob, sorry to switch gears here, but Willie Mays tonight.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on just what he meant to the game of baseball?
Just a sad day for baseball. This is a legend, and not just the player, but also the character of the man. He's a baseball lifer, and obviously our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. It's a sad day.
Leave it to Rob Thomson to perfectly encapsulate what Willie Mays meant to baseball. And perhaps in no small way, the Phillies honor him a little bit, a little say-hey manner by their come-from-behind win. And we'll talk a little bit more about Willie a little later in the program. Willie Mays passing away this evening at 93 years of age. Played just up the road with the Trenton Giants way back when, as he was breaking into baseball and eventually into the major leagues.
Mind at all any flashbacks or anything going to that at bat?
Yeah, I mean, big moment, obviously. So, whenever he's on the mound or anything like that, obviously, I feel like you're going to think about it or go back to that moment. But just trying to get something over the plate, get that rally going, get the inning going, and he's really good. So to be able to kind of jump on him early like we did, and a couple hits in a row right there, and you won a ball game, that was huge. Our bullpen kept us in it the whole time, and opportunity arose for Nick, and he came up big for us.
As good a score as this is 2 runs all year, you guys get 4 straight hits off and you score 2 right there. I mean, just how good does that feel for that part of the line to do that so quick?
Yeah, like I said, that's one of the best closers in the game. He's got great numbers and obviously a big fastball, good changeup. So thought we had some pretty good at bats right there to jump on him, and able to get that win today and win the series today, which is big for us.
Bryson's been scuffling a little bit. How good was it to see him come up in that spot and get a big hit there?
Yeah, he's been hitting the ball pretty hard, lining out a lot, which is tough. But you're only as good as your last at bat. So being able to kind of take that moment, give us that base knock to left right there, and keep us going was huge.
I know you obviously want to get as many guys on as possible. When you put the first guy on in the 9th inning, down a run, do you think psychologically that does something for an offense or the opposing pitcher?
Yeah, I think whenever you have a crowd behind you or you're at home and plays is going kind of berserk, and anytime you're able to get a guy on base, another guy on base, kind of just keeps that inning going, and was able to get first and third right there, and big moment for Bryson to get us in, and then Casty finish it.
You've seen Nick get on rolls like this before. A game like this, can this kind of start it?
Yeah, I mean that's Nicky, man. He good swings last 2 days, which has been huge for him. I know he's feeling good, trying some new things also. So being able to see him kind of go out there and do his job, and it just lengthens our lineup that much more. So it's a good thing to see.
Bryce, sorry to switch gears here, but as such a fan of the history of the game, to hear about Willie Mays, what did he mean to you as just a fan of the game, and what he did for the sport?
Yeah, I mean, one of the greatest players of all time. Sad for the sport, obviously, and condolences to him and his family. I mean, that's going to be a big miss for Major League Baseball, and I had the opportunity to meet him and shake his hand. So what an incredible career he had, overcoming a lot of stuff, and just the impact he had on the game. He's definitely going to be missed.
Bryce Harper commenting on the passing of Willie Mays, and Willie Mays was to have attended Rickwood Field in Birmingham, where he played for the Birmingham Black Barons as he began his professional baseball career. The Cardinals and the Cubs are playing there. The Giants and the Cardinals are playing there this weekend. Willie was to have attended. He no sooner put out a statement saying he would attend by Zoom, attend from home. Then he passed away tonight, sadly, at the age of 93. The Say Hey Kid. He was amazing, perhaps the greatest player ever, if you ask a fair number of people who know. He was pretty awesome.